Okay, hello again. It's Shazin. Welcome to video number 8 for the Tier 1 endorsement for S2 at the Arabian VCC for aspiring tower controllers. So this one's going to be a little bit of an exercise for you. I have here a scenario for you. This is a runway with an aircraft lined up, ready to go, and some aircraft holding short. I've given them some SIDs, as you can see, N3F, that's Navix 3 Foxtrot, CR2F, SEMPA 2 Foxtrot, etc. And I've given them aircraft types. Here's your homework. I want you, and again, I've given some call signs as well. Well, not call signs, but let's call it aircraft number 1, aircraft number 2, aircraft number 3, aircraft number 4, aircraft number 5. Right? I want you to do two things. Come up with a sequence where the time spent stationary waiting for separation to happen is the lowest. In other words, you're being the most efficient, you're using your tools to your advantage, you're being as efficient as you can be. But I want you to do a second thing as well, and that's to do the opposite. I want you to be as inefficient as you can. Do really bad sequencing and see how much spacing you can create on the runway. Pause for a second, do this exercise, and come back. Alright, so this is what I've come up with. I'm going to get rid of these lines here, I'm not sure how they got there. So, this is what I've come up with. A sequence where if aircraft number 1, who's a 737, departs, I'm going to line up aircraft number 5, who is a DA-62. That's a class Golf. Again, have your stuff memorized, have it ready, have it open in a cheat sheet, something. So that's a Golf following a Delta, I believe. That's 2 minutes. So hey, already not off to the best start, but my philosophy is I want to get this light guy out first. Because at some point, I'm going to have to deal with some heavier guys. And if I make the light guy sort of wait behind heavier guys, that's bigger separation. That's going to be bigger and bigger. It's going to go up to 2 minutes 40, even maybe 3 minutes. I don't want that. So I like sending the light guys out first. Secondly, I never want to put two guys on the same SID together. I always want to alternate my SIDs. So I never want to do Navix, SEMPA, which is kind of difficult here because we've got two Navixes anyway and we've got two SEMPAs anyway. But again, think about aircraft types. And think about timings. So despite, yeah, sure, having to put this 737 SEMPA behind a Navix here would mean that you have to wait a certain wake separation, but that might be better than, doing two Navixes, for example. Because Navix is always going to be 2 minutes. But then again, here you have a heavier wake, so you have to think about this. Plus, when you're actually controlling, you have to do this on the fly as they come at you. They're going to keep coming at you in big numbers. They're going to come at you with a very big conga line. You have to just be on your feet. You have to know the cues, and that's why I make you do this exercise right now. Take your time, come up with the best and the worst, and this is what I've come up with. I got my timing for a total of 5 planes, as low as 3 minutes 40 seconds. I think I could have done better than this. I did this exercise a long time ago. I haven't touched it since. I could probably do better, but hey ho, 3 minutes 40 is 3 minutes 40, whatever. But look at this one now. I deliberately created the worst sequence. Who knows? Maybe someone could do worse than I can. And I got 6 minutes. 3 minutes 40 seconds. So that's 2 minutes here. So let's look at this a little bit right here. Let's ignore the first one. It's kind of an anomaly because we have such a light aircraft. It's not often we see aircraft like this. We usually see, so here's some tips, right? So we usually see Deltas, Bravos, and Alphas with the A380. And your most common scenario, most of the time, is a Delta following a Bravo. Most of the time. Well, that was until the A380 came out, in which case you now have to think about this as well. And this. This is what we see most often. The rest, not so much. Again, Charlie is kind of an outlier because there's not that many planes on flight sim that do that. I mean, the A310, the 767. Anyway, the point being, if we disregard sort of this weird anomaly, because really, how often do you see a DA62 departing out of Dubai on an IFR flight plan? Not that often. But I've created this here just deliberately. But let's look at this bit right here. In the span of 1 minute 40, and wherever I don't have timing, that's RSM. So call RSM maybe a minute. So 2 minutes 40, let's call that 3 minutes. So let's say this entire thing is 3 minutes. In the span of 3 minutes, I've departed 3 planes here, whereas here now there's 2 minutes for this guy to wait, and then the next guy has to wait too. I probably wouldn't even depart 1 plane, like barely a plane. So this is being efficient, this is being inefficient. Being efficient means every 3 minutes, I've departed 3 planes, just about, or I've started the commencement of the takeoff run for the 3rd aircraft by the time 3 minutes is up. Whereas here, I barely got 1 guy in the air. And believe me, this stacks up. This accumulates. When you have so many aircraft coming at you, and a lot of them holding at the holding points, this really starts to stack up then. Really, really stacks up. So yeah, that is something to think about. Again, feel free to try this out on your own. You don't need Euroscope or anything running. You just need to know your charts for the IFR SIDs. You just need to know your categories and just sort of construct your own scenario, really. Or even jump on as an observer and sort of see what tower controllers do and see what you would do instead. Either way, this is a way for you to understand how to apply separation, how you apply it. But guess what, guys? We're not done. Oh no, there's way more stuff involved. So when to apply separation? What does that mean? Well, obviously you apply it when you have these scenarios. Well, yeah, sure, but what if it's a VFR aircraft, an IFR aircraft to a VFR aircraft? Should I need to apply separation there? Ooh, what about a VFR to VFR? And what about these holding points? What about the airport itself? Is there anything peculiar about the airport that sort of limits us on what we can and cannot do? Well, yes, you bet. You absolutely bet. More to come. Plenty more to come in future videos.